So it turns out with this episode of Yuri Kuma that the counselor, the teacher that's been watching over Kurtaha, she's actually a bear. And it's been quite obvious. Actually, I want to take a moment to say that. You know, I'm quite surprised that this teacher being a bear and turned out that this teacher ate Kurtaha's mother was actually true. I mean, it was really, really freaking obvious. Out of all the things when it comes to Yuri Kuma, that was one of the most obvious things when it came to the writing of the series. And I'm quite surprised to see how the principal, or, you know, this teacher ate Kurtaha's mother. Like, I just... honestly, I didn't expect it. I really didn't, because it was just too obvious. Now, the thing is, with this episode, we have a lot of clarification, a lot of setup, and probably one of the worst cliffhangers of this week of anime. Like, oh. I'm not a fan of that cliffhanger. Like, that cliffhanger sucks. It really, really sucks. It just ends. You see the rain effect, and you see the lightning and stuff, and then it covers over the audio, and then all of a sudden, at the end, you see Kurtaha pointing the gun at Genko, and then the episode ends. I'm like, why do you do this to me? Like, why do you do this to me, Yuri Kuma? Like, I was really getting into it. There was a lot of reveals, a lot of information right at the end of this episode, and then the episode has to end. You know, I want to take a moment to say, screw you, Thunder and Lightning. I wanted to hear what they were saying. I really wanted to hear what was going on. Like, for instance, the other bear that we know is in love with Genko, I highly doubt she would say something to Kurtaha to get Genko killed. Like, I highly doubt that. Almost 100% doubt she would say something that would put Genko in harm's way since she loves her. And so why all of a sudden did Kurtaha change her gun point at Genko at the end? Why would Genko's, you know, friend she traveled the Wall of Severance to just turn on her like that? So I feel like there's something else going on here. But the main thing I want to take from this is the mysteries and what direction the ending of this episode is going to take. Like, is Genko going to be killed because she found out the truth? It seems like Kurtaha found out the truth about Sumika, and we know how that's going to turn out when she finds out the truth by her friend being eaten by bears. So, yeah, the ending just left us on just a drop-off. Like, we're literally looking over a bluff, and you see, like, no bottom. Like, that's what this episode is. No bottom cliffhanger. Yeah, you'll be staring over that cliff, you're like, whoa, I don't want to fall over. That's pretty much how it is. So, I'm kind of upset because I gotta wait an entire week just to see the next episode because it was getting so freaking good. The beef of the information that we were getting, just so much information coming in, finding out all these reveals that are being clarified about, you know, Kurtaha's mother, to, you know, her mother being eaten because the jealousy of the teacher that's been watching over Kurtaha, just stuff like that. I mean, I also love the analogy with the box and the love. Oh, I love that analogy quite a bit. I love the symbolism of that, how she became a box instead of actually being someone that pursued love. She wanted to be filled by other things, for instance, Kurtaha. To see that I like that symbolism. I really, really appreciate that symbolism in this episode, and I just love how this series really does these really deep things when it comes to each episode. Like, you can really sit down and enjoy this series if you watch it a couple times, and that's actually something I want to talk about. So, let's just be real here. Majority of us that only have watched like an episode maybe one time, we probably have missed quite a bit. And this series is not a series you can just watch once. It isn't. It's by no means a series you can just watch one time and understand 100% what is going on without the help of others. So, this series, I think, truly is meant to be watched multiple times, like 3 to 4 times. I personally believe that's what Yuri Kuma is meant for, because it's that type of series. There's just so much symbolism packed into each individual episode, with so many different meanings and thoughts you can take behind these different words and dialogue. I mean, it's just, you can get so much information out of each individual episode, and that's what, you know, Yuri Kuma continues to do with each passing week, and it's so surprising how this writer of this series can actually do something like that. Now I understand why so many of you Chibits were kind of hyped up for this series, because the writer of this series, pretty damn good. Like, I like the writer. I like the way he uses symbolism in these controversial topics. It's something I do like a lot when it comes to anime and manga, or any literature in general, and to see how this series has been perceived, especially with this episode and then, you know, the previous episodes, it's opened my eyes up to different perspectives and different forms of entertainment when it comes to anime. Like, seriously, when I go back and probably watch this series once it's finally done, I know I will definitely go back to watch it, I'll probably notice so many other things, and I'll probably want to slap myself when I missed all this other stuff. Like, let's be honest, when all of the information is revealed at the end of the series, like, let's say all the answers are given to us at the end of the final episode, majority of us probably will go back, look at the episodes, and see the very clear signs of foreshadowing, subtle hints, and stuff like that. I mean, I'm willing to bet we'll probably see something like that. But regardless of that, a very, very good episode of Yuri Kuma this week. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.